drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right, you can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Monday afternoon.
Ireland.
Best show on the radio.
Here we go. Happy MLK Day. Happy Inauguration Day in the country. And happy Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Yes, a Rams Reaction Monday. It was so close in those final seconds yesterday in snowy Philly.
Stafford from the shotgun in this divisional round, playing for another week in the postseason. Matthew lets it go right side, incomplete, out of bounds. No penalty flags are down, and the Eagles will win.
Rams don't get by the Eagles. Eagles moves to the NFC Championship game, and we ponder what's next for Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay. We'll talk about it. By the way, this is the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here now on Mason and Ireland. Why do they grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl for only $8.99. For a limited time, Waba Grill, it's for you. Lakers could have used some Waba Grill last night against the Clippers. And the Dodgers, all those moves, we'll review them. And by the way, this thing from Friday's show created social media chatter.
I don't think this is Debbie.
Debbie,
How do you spell it? D-E-B-B-I-E.
Is that your full name?
Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon. I still think that sounds like a man.
Afternoon, Debbie.
I mean, she told you she's a woman.
She
did.
At
the end.
She did announce
Right.
at the end. By the way, I'm a woman. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it is the Monday after divisional weekend. It is, we'll just let you know that it's Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. We're reacting to the Rams-Eagles game yesterday. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, only worth it if you enjoy it. You know, John, it was a disappointing afternoon, but I got to say, I think a very successful season for the Rams.
I'm glad to hear you say that because I thought you were going to be much more despondent today. And what I was going to point out to you is what you want if you're a season ticket holder like you are, or like my friend Bill McDonald is, is you want the team to take you on a ride.
Yes.
All right? You want from the start of the season to the end of the season to have highs and lows, and you want them to compete for the title. The Rams did all of that.
Yes.
They started 1-4. We were talking about trading everybody.
Yep.
They roared back. They had a great chance yesterday, and you talk about the future being bright.
Oh, my goodness.
Their whole defense is loaded, and it's the least expensive defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
And they're all coming back, and you got Sean McVay. I hope you get Stafford back.
Hope to get Stafford back.
But I think for someone who there's two things you invest during the football season. When I say you, I mean you specifically. Time and money. You spend a lot of money on those season seats, and every week, every Sunday, that sets your mood, makes or breaks the day, how the Rams do. I think you got your money's worth.
I 100% think. I mean, I think I sent this tweet to our group chat yesterday, but I wrote, what a hell of a season for the Rams. From 1-4 to this finish is amazing. So much fun to be a Rams fan. It is really fun to be a Rams fan because we're in it all the time. I mean, 6 of 8 years since McVay got here, we've been in the playoffs. There was one really bad year, and then 1 year we missed with a good record. But other than that, 2 Super Bowl trips, divisional round this year. I thought really cool and classy way to send love to all of Los Angeles during the fires with that game, that performance on Monday night against the Minnesota Vikings. I thought just all in all, I don't know how you can be disappointed with the season, and I agree with you. The future is very, very bright.
Well, and then we use the word partner around here a lot. We're partners with a lot of teams. We have the Rams, we have the Lakers, we have USC, we have the Kings, we have LAFC, we have everybody.
Yeah.
The Rams are just a great partner. They all, like last week, we had 3 or 4 of those guys on. Sean McVay comes on every week. Kevin Demoff comes on whenever we call him. Whenever we need anything, the Rams. I mean, you don't find that very often in our world.
Right.
So they're just super easy to root for.
Yeah.
And they almost did it.
Yeah.
And I think you should hold your head high. I think they had a very good season.
I do go back to that last drive where I really thought they were going to win that game by a point with Stafford coming down the field. And if you go back and look at, Dan Orlovsky drew this up.
Yeah.
Had Jalen Carter not sacked Matthew Stafford on that play, I think it was 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 2 maybe at that point. Had he not gotten sacked, Tyler Higbee was right there in the middle of the field open, and they could have potentially won the game right there.
So the most famous play the first time the Rams went to the Super Bowl was that non-call in New Orleans, where
I think they got that right.
Nickel Roby-Coleman.
They got that right.
Clearly interfered, and they didn't call it.
I didn't notice it.
I don't know how often you looked, but I looked at the replay 3 times. Puka got grabbed.
Oh, yeah, Puka got grabbed.
So it's funny how things come around.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the Rams were the beneficiary 5 years ago in New Orleans, and this time they were the Eagles were the recipient.
Smacked his ass.
Yep, that's Nickel.
Put that boy on a Waffle House frying pan.
Exactly.
Yeah. And now this was full circle.
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean that's just football. Did you watch it? You watched the second game yet? Oh no, you were doing the Lakers game. Did you get to see the second game?
Not very much of it, but we had it on. But
I am telling you, Mark Andrews is going to see this thing in his sleep for the rest of his life. It was just right.
You know what this was? If you're old enough to remember, this was Jackie Smith.
Oh yeah,
Jackie Smith was a Hall of Fame tight end for the Cardinals and for the Cowboys, and Jackie Smith dropped a wide-open touchdown pass for the Cowboys in the Super Bowl in the 4th quarter against the Steelers that would have put the Cowboys ahead. That was Mark Andrews yesterday. Oh. And, he's a great player.
He had the fumble, too.
Yeah, he's a great player.
Critical fumble in that game.
He picked a really bad day to have his worst game.
Exactly. I mean, I thought all in all, the Saturday games were fine. Yesterday's games were really, really good. Went right down to the wire. And
Saturday's games were also really good. There were 2 different types of games.
Well, Kansas City,
I
never felt like there was a threat.
I mean,
Kansas City
a
that
little bit.
game.
Houston was they outran them.
Washington was tremendous, and Jaden Daniels was amazing.
That game was exciting. That was a back and forth game. There was a lot of scoring. The first game there was not much scoring at all. It was more defensive. It had a big difference between the 2 of them. I thought all games this weekend were just fantastic.
Yeah, no, it was all right. And by the way, you've got the national championship coming up for you tonight. We're doing a combo plate today, which means Sedano and Cap will be along at 2
o'clock.
Yeah, 2 o'clock for Supercross Talk.
Yeah.
So we'll do that coming up. Short show today. Wednesday, we are going to hammer this because
you guys got to show up on Wednesday.
Want to see you Wednesday at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. We're teaming up with BBGO to support the LA Regional Food Bank's relief efforts. So if you've got non-perishable food items, if you've got toiletries like toothbrushes and toothpaste and all that kind of stuff, deodorant, everything that you would need if you were out of your home or had lost your home, all that stuff, bring it out to Ralph's in Redondo Beach on Wednesday. Sasha Vujic is Yeah, let me try that again. Sasha Vujacic is going to be there along with Robert Horry. So,
and let me also add this. If you don't have stuff lying around, that Ralph's in Redondo Beach, which is on Hawthorne, is the biggest grocery store I think I've ever seen. So if you want to and you don't have time to go get supplies or anything, but you want to come down, and we hope you do, you can just pop into that Ralph's and buy a bunch of stuff and put it in the donation bin if that's the way you want to go. But our goal here is we don't do very many live shows anymore. So our goal is to see you guys and to raise a bunch of money and supplies for the fire relief effort. And so that's Wednesday. Put it on your calendar. We'll be there. That's a full show between 12 and 3. And it's the day before Lakers-Celtics.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're looking forward to that.
Coming up next for you, ho-hum, another weekend for the Dodgers. Ho-hum. We'll get to that.
It's getting interesting.
Coming up next, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, we were just talking about the fires and fire relief and the live show we're doing on Wednesday. If you are hiring, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people out of work as a result of these fires. Do us a favor and use ZipRecruiter. Right now, you can use it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. So we're encouraging all these people who are out of work to put their resume on ZipRecruiter. So if you're an employer and you go and use that free site, ZipRecruiter.com/LA, you can check out the people ZipRecruiter sends you and contact them within one click. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within one day. So check them out today if you can. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
After a long 5-game, 10-day road trip, the Kings finally return home to Crypto.com Arena, where they've been the best home team in the NHL this season. Kopitar wins the draw back for Spence. He skates toward the middle, gives it to Fiala to the left, and back for Spence, top of the right circle. Back for Fiala, in deep for Kopitar, centering pass, score! Kempe, back post, slid it 5-hole through to Cord. Another power play goal for the Kings. Not sure they could have drawn that up any better. It's a big one in downtown LA as Anze Kopitar and the Kings host Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Kings, Pens, tonight at 7:30 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
This is Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio. I'm reaching out with a message that's close to my heart. Devastating fires have ravaged the Los Angeles area, leaving families displaced, homes destroyed, and the community in need of help. Right now, you have the power to make a real difference. Your donation, big or small, can provide food, shelter, supplies, and much-needed support for those affected by the fires. If you are able to, please help those affected by the California wildfires and donate at www.lafoodbank.org/fire.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Rams fans, if you missed out on any of the action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Clinch your spot in the Rams house for 2025. Catch every home game next year, including marquee matchups against the Niners, Texans, Bucs, and Lions. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event presale access. To experience the energy at SoFi Stadium and all these benefits, visit therams.com/2025. therams.com/2025. Secure your season tickets and see you at the Rams house.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text LIKE to 42424 24 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone-boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's like to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon. The Waba Grill lunch hour is on. Why do they grill the order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl combo for only $8.99 for a limited time. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you as the Waba Grill lunch hour continues on 710.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I normally when the Rams lose, I'm like, I'm done. But I'm actually excited for these playoffs. I think the playoffs are really good. I think they're really two good matchups. Your Commanders,
hanging in there.
Really impressive. Jaden Daniels is like a transcendent quarterback. I was all over Caleb Williams at this level, thinking he was going to be the guy with the transcendent year. It's actually Jaden Daniels who is just terrific. And I think they are going to win and go to the Super Bowl. What do you think?
It depends how bad Saquon and Jalen Hurts are injured. If they're both hurt, and it appeared yesterday that both of them got a little beat up, then I think the Eagles are in trouble. But if those guys are good to go, they've got the game at home. I would slightly favor the Eagles.
Oh, I think the Eagles will be favored. I mean, I think they'll be the favorites. I just think Jaden Daniels, we got a breaking news story.
We do have a breaking news from Adam Schefter. Chicago is finalizing a deal to hire Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson as its next head coach. According to ESPN, Bears are getting their man. That means the Raiders do not get theirs.
Don't get their man.
So if the Raiders are smart, they'll go hire Pete Carroll, but they're not smart. Did you see that story I sent today, Greg? I absolutely believe it. The Rams have a player named Bryant Young.
I saw
this.
It's so bad.
And so a couple of radio hosts were going down the rabbit hole, and they're absolutely convinced that the Raiders drafted a different Bryant Young.
Byron
Is it
Young.
Byron
Yeah,
Young?
Byron Young.
Okay. 7 picks before the Rams drafted their Byron Young.
Yep.
And these guys, like, we're doing the math. They go, there's no way they meant to take this other guy. One of them is from Alabama, and one of them's from Tennessee.
Yeah.
And the one from Tennessee is clearly the better player.
Yes.
And that's the one the Rams ended up with. And, Greg, is there any doubt in your mind, being a long-suffering Raiders fan, that that's exactly what happened? They meant to take Byron Young from Tennessee. They took Byron Young from Alabama, and the Rams got the player they wanted.
And one of the guys was like supposed to be pick 120 something, and the other one 70.
Right.
And
we
Byron,
got the good Byron Young. The Raiders got the bad Byron Young.
You got the one that was in the spot that they were supposed to be drafted,
Yes.
and we went 50 picks ahead of it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
It's so Raiders.
A bit of a reach. A bit of a reach.
A little
there.
bit of a reach.
Yeah.
They even said in that video, John, that they called the one from Tennessee. They called the one that
other one.
The one that
went
they
with the
thought they
Rams.
were taking?
They were
The
calling
bad
them saying,
Byron.
"Hey, congratulations, you're a Raider." And they're like, "Nah, you got the other guy."
Yeah, we got good Byron. They got bad Byron.
So Raiders.
Yeah.
So dumb.
So
and now they
Raiders.
can't even pull
Now,
in Ben Johnson.
who coaches the Raiders?
I hope they hire Pete Carroll.
I mean,
wouldn't you?
You got I got a kind of a Luke Robitaille grunt from you there, Bergman.
It's not about him. I just don't. How many years are you going to get out of him? It's like 2,
3,
maybe
4.
Yeah, I mean, even if they got,
I mean, if you get 3
even
years,
if they
cool.
got 2, it would be good.
Yeah.
I mean, they desperately need stability.
I agree.
I think he brings it.
I just was really hoping on Ben Johnson. That
Yeah,
seemed
Ben
like the
Johnson.
right
I
pick.
thought all along the guy that got Ben Johnson probably wins the hiring cycle. I mean, Vrabel obviously is going to be very, very good, but I like, as coordinators go, I really think Ben Johnson's pretty state of the art.
Those were the top 2 guys I wanted. Vrabel 1, Ben Johnson 2, and lost out on both.
Things going well?
No.
Exactly. So I'll tell you where things are going well. With the Los Angeles Dodgers, the world champions are getting better and better and better. They sign over the weekend Tanner Scott, who is just a wipeout lefty for the bullpen. And now you've got somebody, I thought right away, get that devastating lefty to face Juan Soto, to face Bryce Harper, to face all those big bats, their left-handed bats we're likely to see in the postseason. This guy is just a tremendous reliever. And if you think now at the back of the bullpen with Evan Phillips and Blake Trinan and now Tanner Scott, they are absolutely loaded in the bullpen, along with Roki Sasaki joining the rotation. This team, I mean, you couldn't dream up a better offseason.
And here's what the rest of baseball should be scared about. Did you see the story this morning that the Cubs offered Tanner Scott more than the Dodgers did, but he wanted to go to the Dodgers?
Yep.
Same thing with Sasaki. I mean, other teams desperately wanted him, could have offered him a little more money. He wanted to go to the Dodgers. So now what they've built, everybody wants to be a part of.
Sasaki, by the way, will make, I mean, unless the Dodgers sweeten things, and maybe they will make less than $1 million this year.
That was always set up that way.
Yeah, that's his as a minor leaguer.
Yeah.
He cannot make more than that. Now they may sweeten it a little. I read somewhere they might sweeten it a little bit and say, you know,
Good.
And
it's like
I mean,
6.5 overall at this point, but it's a minor league deal, so you got him for that whole arbitration process.
Right. The 6.5 was a signing bonus, right?
Yeah, it's all part of it. It's just. It's insane of what they're doing. And you miss Michael Kopech, miss Brusar Gratterall. You miss some of these starters are going to eventually go into the bullpen as well. They are A++ at everything right now, the Dodgers. It's pretty intense.
It is amazing.
And if you're any other team in baseball, just you want an owner like this.
Yes.
You want an ownership from top to bottom that works this way.
This is why I think, for example, and I'll take the NBA aside, but in Major League Baseball, the teams that are going to do well, in a lot of cases, are owned by hedge funds, investment bankers, that kind of stuff. This is like play money for the side. It's not your main. If it's not your main income, and that's certainly not the case with Guggenheim Group, they just don't care. They will spend, and they have so much money. I think their competitive balance tax is going to be over $350 million this year. I mean, none of it matters.
I saw something that it says that if you take just their deferred money right now, it's like $1.375 billion just in deferred money.
Yeah, that's only $1.37 billion.
Yeah, how fun are they going to be to watch next year? Wow.
Are they? I mean, I looked at it. Thought about it yesterday when this came across. I mean, they will be the heaviest favorites in the history of Major League Baseball, I think.
They probably had the best offseason in baseball history. And if you take last season's offseason as well, then you're looking at just an unbelievable 2 off seasons that just nobody can rival with.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely stunning. And I think they're done now. I don't think they can add any. I think they've gotten all the good guys. They basically handpicked all the Snell, Sasaki, Tanner Scott.
Number 1 in reliever, 1 number 1 pitcher, 1 number 1 out international pitcher.
Maybe the 2 best starting pitchers.
Right, international and domestic.
Yep.
And went after the best reliever. It's what they're doing is just unseen before.
Brian, we're going to be so good next year.
Oh, I'm already drooling just thinking about it.
So good, so good. And I think Travis said on his way out the door they could win 120 games. They might. They might, just by accident. All right, coming up next for you, we'll get into the Lakers, who were terrible last night, just sluggish and terrible, and got taken to school by the Clippers, and there's a lot of things to talk about there. In the meantime, and we'll spin the wheel of questions. Laura will have something for us. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you're looking to sell your home, you got to call Seller's Advantage. A lot of people dealing with homeowner issues after the fires, and Seller's Advantage can help. They represent sellers, and they will buy your home for a competitive cash offer, and they can close in just days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and the most 5-star reviews. Seller's Advantage is the fastest, most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready, call Seller's Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That works out to 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
One day On this day, we remember the message
I have a dream.
and the hope
Sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
When we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city.
ESPN LA
Free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
710.
Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, AC, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. And as the wildfires continue to affect us here in the Los Angeles area, Next Gen is committed to helping you protect your home and loved ones. And at Next Gen, they're offering a free standard 1-inch air filter to LA homeowners who have an existing heating or AC unit. Homeowners can receive a standard 1-inch air filter for free just by calling 833-3-NEXT-GEN or Next Gen Air and Plumbing today. This offer is available now through the end of January.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon. The Waba Grill lunch hour is on. Why do they grill the order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl combo for only $8.99 for a limited time. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you as the Waba Grill lunch hour continues on 710.
All right, Wheel of Questions time. Laura? Luke does not like this question.
He hasn't even heard it yet.
Yeah, I know.
We can change it. We can spin the wheel again.
No, stick with it. I don't always agree with Luke.
All right. So we've talked a lot about tipping here and how we tip based on service.
Yeah.
And there is something called tipping fatigue, where Americans are over the tipping culture and are actually tipping less when they're going to restaurants. So I wanted to know, because I actually had a situation at a restaurant where I over-tipped because the person was really nice, even though the food was trash. And I've under-tipped when the service isn't great, and I got called out for it. The waiter kind of mentioned something. So I want to know if your waiter has ever kind of made like a snarky remark because he didn't tip what they felt they should have been tipped.
I have a reverse tipping story. So it doesn't involve me. It involves Lisa. I wonder if I should say this on the air.
No, do it.
Yeah, what the hell?
Do it.
Guy's not listening.
Yeah.
I don't even know him.
Who the hell is he?
So she has a Pilates teacher that she really likes.
Pilates teacher? Okay.
Yeah. Her and a bunch of her girlfriends go see this guy every week and have been for years.
What's his name? Like Sasha?
I don't know.
What are Pilates teachers'
I think
names?
his name is
Hans.
Colt?
I think his
I
name
was
is
like, Josh.
I think his name is Josh.
Oh,
Josh.
I got
There
it.
you go.
Yeah. So last week, Lisa, like me, is losing her eyesight and doesn't always, and she won't admit it like me. So she doesn't always carry glasses with her.
Right.
So last week, she tipped him. She meant to tip him $40.
Mm-hmm.
She tipped him $400.
What?
And he looked at it and he goes, "Wow, that's really generous." And she goes, "Well, you've been great." And she left and she goes, "Oh God."
Who's she like? She's walking around like Melissa Gates.
And she goes, now she said, should I call him back and say I overtipped? I don't think you can.
No, you can't do it. You can't take the money. You can't withdraw.
Right. I think you have to eat it, and she agreed, so she ate it.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't had the opposite thing happen, though. I haven't had a thing where I always tip. Like Mace, I wish I had this club in my bag, but I don't. If Mason gets bad service, he will not tip.
Right.
Oh, I will tip. I tip
no matter. I tip no matter what.
No, I will not tip bad service.
Because I was a waiter. Greg, you were a waiter. I was a waiter. I was a bartender.
But
I
would
never
say,
not.
I would
tip.
say fewer than 10 times in my whole life have I gotten service bad enough where I would say, yeah, I'm not leaving a tip.
No, I leave a tip always, and it's usually 20%, unless you're really bad, and then it's like 18%. For the most part, it's always 20%.
Generally, I try to overtip, especially once someone. Like Saturday, we were at Neil Everett's place, Taverna.
Okay.
In Mar Vista, and we were drinking, and the guys, we were talking football, and he goes, "You're Steve Mason." I'm like, "Yeah, you just got a really big tip."
Because he recognized
If you recognize me, you're getting a
All
big
right, so
tip.
this is what I don't know how to do. Like the other day, I used the Fresh Brothers app a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
delicious.
Okay, so the other day, I'm using the Fresh Brothers app, and it says, there's a delivery charge, and it says, do you want to tip? Now, I have my app set up to, he just drops the food off at the door. There is no interaction.
Doorbell, nothing like that.
No, and they let you do that. And I always tip the delivery guy, even though Fresh Brothers is literally 2 blocks from my house.
Right.
I could just go get it.
Sure.
But I'm too lazy. But I always tip 15 to 20% for the delivery guy. Am I a sucker?
No. I tip
right
the
thing to do.
delivery guy.
Yeah,
I
me too.
You got to tip guy. You know who I always tip is the ease guy. The ease guy always gets a big tip.
I just go to Chris Ward.
I know. By the way,
yeah.
you go to Chris Ward, and then I get a doggy bag today.
Yeah, it's great.
Tip Chris Ward.
I did today. I did.
Yeah.
Well, but it's kind of a mutual admiration thing because Chris always gives me these unbelievable deals, and then whatever I like. I just like today. I just gave him $20 because it was left over. But
right.
I have no problem tipping him because he's a great guy. It's tipping the people I never see and never interact with that I wonder if I'm being a sucker.
Well, for example, okay, now here's one for you. Starbucks. I order on the Starbucks app every single day.
This is a good one.
Now, you're allowed to put a tip in there.
Mm-hmm.
But then it just goes to everybody, and I don't know who's going to get it. I like tipping the person that's actually doing it.
But I think what they do is they agree to. When I was a bartender, we agreed to pool our tips.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. That's probably what they do there.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
Yeah, I'm not tipping them. So I haven't been tipping them. Maybe I'm.
That's a very big gray area. You order on the app. You yourself go in and pick it up.
Never talk to anybody.
So you lived in New York.
Yes.
In New York, I'm going to New York next week.
Yep.
New York, it's literally like everybody's walking around with their hand out.
It's a cash town, man. You got to carry cash
everywhere
like you go.
I'm surprised you exist in New York because you never have cash.
When I lived in New York, I carried cash.
There you go.
When I live in LA now. I just wave my phone around or tap my card, and I'm done.
Just Venmo everything.
So
when I was a waiter,
you're okay with me tipping people that I never see or never interact with.
Yes,
it's like Uber Eats.
Everybody should do it anyway. I always hit the extra $3 or whatever
it is.
So when I was a waiter, though, to the point of your question, Laura, if I thought that someone did not tip me, or they gave me no tip, and I thought I gave them really good service, I would actually go outside and follow them.
No, you would not.
100%.
Would you really?
100%.
And what would
I did
you do? Like, I'll take you on in the parking lot?
I would just no.
So
I'd say, I would say, hey, look, you didn't leave me a tip. I thought I did a really good job. What did I do wrong so I can get better at it next time? Being like showing them like, hey, you didn't tip me.
I can see
I
the New
noticed
York Post
it
already.
Right. I totally did it.
Waiter,
no, you were great.
Diner.
So you leave me no tip after I was a really good waiter. That's wrong.
That's messed up. Like
I agree on that, but I wouldn't follow him to the parking lot.
Well, I wouldn't either.
Well, it was my money.
Only
That's how
happened
I
to
paid
me once
rent.
when a guy followed me to the parking lot. I felt so bad. I was on a date and I was kind of nervous. I had outkicked my coverage, and I was out with a girl that was way out of my league. And we went to dinner. I paid the check. We walk out, go to my car, and the next thing I see, the waiter is running after me. And I figure, oh, did I leave something? This is so long ago, it was before cell phones.
Oh, wow.
So did I leave something on the table? And I'm thinking, he goes, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I go, yeah, sure. He goes, I think you took both receipts. I need one of them to charge you.
Mm.
And
That's a good way to do it, too.
And I went, oh. And I looked at
so you took the double receipt.
Did.
Oh, that's clever.
I signed
clever.
I went, I am so sorry. He goes, no, I know you've been in here before. And I go, I know it's
and we'd hunt you down.
He goes, I know it's unintentional, but you'd be surprised how many people do that. It's like a scam. And he goes, but I could tell that you were on a date. And
you mean that's a scam to take both?
Yeah,
you take both.
I didn't know that.
And then they can't charge you.
Yeah, the restaurant has to eat it. That was before they had, like the
But now
the screens.
they have a record of
right.
my
It's all a
credit
computer
card.
thing, so you can reprint the credit card slip, but you're not going to get any tip off.
Now, my brother Brian was like the world champion at dining and dashing. He did it.
What a jerk.
He did it many, many times, especially at Frisch's Big Boy. Frisch's Big Boy.
Is that like Bob's Big Boy?
Yeah, like Bob.
Yeah.
Ours was Frisch's. Frisch's Big Boy, man, my brother would walk out of there after the big breakfast buffet on a Saturday morning and just disappear. Just poof, he was gone. I'm like, I've never dined and dashed in my life.
I've never dined and dashed, but I've told you guys this story before. I used to woohoo beer when I lived in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, the woohoo, yeah.
In Louisiana, they have blue laws. And you can't buy beer on Sundays. Have you ever heard me tell the story, Brian?
I have not, no.
Okay, so on Sundays, they basically put a sheet over the liquor. Okay, they hang a big sheet over it to remind you, we have blue laws, you can't buy beer on Sundays. So my buddy goes, well, we just gotta woohoo the beer. I go, what's woohoo the beer? He goes, how much does beer cost? I go, well, a 12-pack is $8. He goes, you grab the 12-pack, you put it under your arm like a football. You wad up a $10 bill, and you run through the cashier turnstile, and you yell, woohoo, and throw them the $10. And so that way you're not stealing, but you get the beer.
Right. You
and
just
I
woohoo
went,
it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not stealing. I thought you were like stealing.
No, because
I actually was overpaying.
Yeah.
But-
You're just breaking the
but-
blue law.
But I could get him in trouble for breaking the blue law.
They can't still have blue laws, do they? In New Orleans?
Well, they never had them in New Orleans.
I
lived in Monroe.
Monroe.
Yeah, they're like dry counties or whatever.
In Ohio, we had blue laws too. You could buy near beer on Sundays. Near beer was like 2% alcohol. It's like not.
What's the point?
It wasn't non-alcoholic. It was just like same people that drink like no alcohol beer.
Right.
So I just typed into a Google search. Are there still blue laws in any state?
Utah, right?
And here's what came up. I've never heard this at all. In Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Maine, Minnesota, Missouri, Oklahoma, New Jersey, North Dakota, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, car dealerships continue to operate under blue law prohibitions in which automobiles may not be purchased or traded on a Sunday.
That is so weird.
Why?
That's anti-commerce. That's anti-capitalist. You
That's
should.
weird.
By the way,
It's a
Sunday's
weekend.
probably the best day to buy a car. It's the weekend. You got the day off. You want to go
And if I
test
was
drive a couple of
in one
cars.
of those 13 states and I wanted to buy a car on Sunday, why wouldn't I just drive across the border and buy it
Right.
there?
Oh, that's weird. So they have blue laws for car
never
sales,
even
but
heard
not
that.
for alcohol, apparently.
Yeah.
So yesterday, John, the Rams lost.
Yes.
And there was only one positive that came from that. Brian, I'm going to show you the Sleeper app.
Oh, very nice.
You hit it?
All green. Yep. I hit it.
Wow.
What'd you bet? What'd you
11
make?
times my money. Matthew Stafford more than 1.5 touchdowns. Josh Carty more than 1.5 field goals. Puka Nacua more than 89.5 receiving yards. And Jalen Hurts less than 204.5 passing yards.
The Puka thing you probably just barely
And by the way, and that last touchdown pass was also... So Stafford's last touchdown
put
pass
you over the top?
also put it over the top. So yeah, it's very close. But 11 times
what'd you
my money.
bet? What'd you make?
I only play $10.
So you made over $100
Yeah, I
on the
made
$10
over $100.
bet?
Exactly.
That's a good
It was
idea.
a good day. By the way, if you want to play the Sleeper app, I'm telling you, this thing is unbelievable. It is so much fun. I love Sleeper Picks. Better way to play daily fantasy. Just pick, like I did, pick at least 2 players' projected stats. Put together a parlay, maybe a little NBA, NFL this coming weekend. You can win up to 1,000 times your money. I've always got action on Sleeper Picks. Makes every game I watch even better. In fact, it was the only good thing that happened in yesterday's Rams game. Right now, Sleeper has got a special offer. If you use code 710, you get $55 in free entries when you play $5. Again, download the Sleeper app if you're a new user. You get $55 in free entries when you play $7. If you if you play $5, that is code 710. Got to be 18. Promo code locations. Other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. 800-426-2537 for help. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
On this day, we remember the message
I have a dream.
and the hope.
Sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of
devastating
brotherhood.
fires that have struck Southern California, there are options for you if you're dealing with food insecurity. It is the LA Regional Food Bank. You can go to lafoodbank.org/fire. We are also looking for collections from you. All kinds of stuff needed for people that are dealing with the fire right now. Please join us in helping our friends and neighbors who are dealing with this tragedy.
Toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler. Whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gat today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergat.com.
You know, I totally forgot. We're going to do sports graffiti right now. So 877-710-ESPN. You want to react to what happened with the Rams yesterday, losing to the Eagles, or to Mark Andrews dropping that ball that would have tied the game in the Ravens-Bills. Can Kansas City be beaten? Lakers lose last night badly. We've got the Dodgers signing Tanner Scott. There's so much stuff. 877-710-ESPN for Sports Graffiti. 877-710 for Sports Graffiti. We'll do it coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey folks, it's DeMarco. 2 more wins left until the big game in New Orleans. Imagine being a part of the ultimate football experience. Absolute Sport can make it happen. From exclusive travel packages to unforgettable events, they'll get you right into the heart of the action. Don't just watch the big game, live it with Absolute Sport. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport. And gear up for a trip of a lifetime. Absolute Sport, where fans become legends.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon combo plate day. We haven't said that for a while around here. Coming up at 2 p.m., Sedano and Cap jump on this thing on this MLK Day. And then they'll go till 4:30. At 4:30, we bring you ESPN Radio's coverage of the college football playoff, the national championship. Ohio State, Notre Dame. That's at 4:30. Up ahead. Right now, the more of Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon on 710.
All right, we're going to do some sports graffiti. We didn't cue that thing up
Yeah,
right.
we didn't tease it, so we don't have a lot of calls. If you've ever tried to get through on sports graffiti, today is your day. Well, it's also a holiday.
It is a holiday,
We're like the only knuckleheads working. So 877-710-3776. 877-710-3776. 3776. So we'll take as many calls as we get.
Yeah.
And if we don't get a bunch of them, we'll just get back
We'll
to
just
the
bag
show.
it, yeah. Hey, it's a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. We react to the Rams-Eagles yesterday, the whole NFL divisional playoff weekend, Lakers, Dodgers offseason, Kings, more. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. 877-710-ESPN for Sports Graffiti. Real quick, John, I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
The hell with the Lakers? The hell? That's my question. The hell?
It's a fair one.
Yeah. Did a lot of people ask the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They, I think it was Dave McMenamin used the word listless.
That's a good way to describe it.
Describing the Lakers last night,
Lethargic.
which I thought was fair. They led once, Mace.
Yep.
2-0.
Briefly. Very
That
briefly.
was it.
Yes.
2-0, and then they were done. Their defense is broken. And they've been playing to the level of the competition, whatever it is, and when they run into a good team, and the Clippers are a good team,
yep,
they normally get somewhat blown out. Tomorrow night, the worst team, now we've said this before, but this is factually true. The worst team in the NBA descends on Crypto.com Arena.
Ooh, they descend.
The 6-35 Washington Wizards.
Yep.
They have lost 10 games in a row.
Oof.
They are 1-17 on the road. The 10-game losing streak is the second double-digit losing streak they had. They lost 17 games in a row earlier this season.
Wow.
So if they don't show up tomorrow night, they are really broken.
You know what makes tomorrow night unique? I'm going to go.
Why?
I'm going Tuesday and Thursday this week.
I'd go Thursday.
Yeah,
Celtics.
Thursday is going to be fun. Yeah.
Tomorrow I think they're going to
But
win.
I'm going tomorrow night.
All right, here we go. Collins, you lead off Sports Graffiti. Collins, go for it.
Hey, this is Collins from San Clemente. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Got a possible nickname for the defensive line of the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay.
What do you got?
Do either of you surf?
I used to.
I am not a surfer, but go ahead.
Are you familiar with the term the party wave?
No, what's it mean?
A party wave is when you have multiple surfers on the same wave and you share it together. So the fearsome foursome would be too small. The Rams had like 15 or, 10
I
players.
actually
11
love
players that
this
had-
name.
The party wave is actually a really good name.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Collins. J.B. Long is one of the great guys of all time and a really good play-by-play guy. I will throw that at him and DeMarco, and I hope he uses it. I think that's a really
I
good
like
name.
that.
Thanks for the
A
call.
wave that is ridden by several surfers at once. That, like example, the surfers in Huntington Beach love to party wave with 10 people in the tube together.
The safety was kind of a party wave. One
Yeah.
guy got there, and then another guy got there, and then
Yeah.
they did it that way. All right, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Is it Yev?
Yeah, it's Yev.
Yev, welcome,
guys.
man. You're on Sports Graffiti. Go for it.
Well, first things first, I love you guys. Great show. I wanted to say, what's up with the center not making that block, man? I was watching the game insane. I was hoping we would win it. What's up with the center not picking up a block? I know there's other things that can happen, but what was that?
Yeah, I mean,
he's a rookie.
He's a rookie. He had a really good year. He's part of our future. He blew one block.
I just wanted to know, what else was he supposed to do on that play but block one guy?
Right,
what else could he have done?
But what happens is offensive linemen, anybody who's ever played offensive line, will tell you, you're either blocking the guy, very rarely will they line up directly across from you. So you got to block the guy on the left or block the guy on the right. He went left, and the guy on the right went straight to Stafford. And they talked about it on the broadcast. He should have blocked the guy on the right. Because there was a guard to handle the guy on the left. They just had a miscommunication there.
I'm not going to blame that thing on Bo Limmer. He's going to be an important player for the Rams moving forward, an anchor for the offensive line. Yes, he did miss a block yesterday. Yes, it did allow Jalen Carter to get the sack. But generally speaking, super happy with the way the offensive line played yesterday.
Eric, you're on Sports Graffiti. Eric, go for it.
Yo, so I'm right here as a fellow Raider fan, long-suffering, and I just feel for the first time ever, it's just hopeless.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what they do, it's never going to work out. And
Yeah,
like
that's
Pete
Eric.
Carroll-
That's where I was. I've been a Raider fan
It's
for
true.
30 years, and I finally gave it up.
No, you're right. And here's the
Yeah,
thing,
like-
Eric, it's never going to get any better.
That's just mean.
Wait
a minute.
I would love to be able to console you, but they're never getting better.
I
man.
disagree with you.
Yeah.
Your core philosophy is you're either getting better or getting worse.
They can't get worse.
Right.
You're
so
right.
they only
You're
have
right.
one way to go.
You're right.
Is to get better. Here's Joe. Hey, Joe, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Joe.
Hi. Really, as a Rams fan, there's not much I think we can really be aggravated about. It was a great season, and it did come down to the last play. We didn't get blown out. It was probably one of the best games all season. And then what more can the Dodgers do? Because I think they've just completely stacked every single position possible.
They absolutely have.
Right. By the way, do they need anything else?
No.
I mean,
you know what? They need Kike Hernandez back.
Well,
who apparently
that's doable.
Who is he's on track to sign, right? Bergman, is that correct? Kike Hernandez.
Greg, do they have a
It's
need that has not been addressed?
No. Everything is basically addressed.
Shy middle infielder. Utility middle infield guy.
Their defense is not the greatest defense in the league. But Kike is probably going to end up re-signing. They'll wait till spring training, put guys on 60-day IL, and then he'll come right back.
Do you need Kike and Taylor?
I would love to get rid of Taylor. He's under contract.
Right.
I wish we
so
could
if you're
get
going to
rid
keep
of
Taylor, I can see him going on with that Kike. We'll see. Travis, you're on Sports Graffiti. Travis, go.
As a non-Dodger fan, I don't mind what the Dodgers are doing. Everyone that's crying and being mad about it, they should be mad at their own team, because any team could go out and do it. Who everyone should be really mad about is either the commissioner for not putting a salary floor, or owners of teams like the Angels and the A's who keep getting away with robbing the rest of the league. By the way, if you know anyone who will buy the A's, I'll follow them anywhere. They just got to stay competitive again.
Yeah, that owner's a bad guy. He's not going to sell them. There's billionaires lined up.
And by
that
the
would
way,
buy the A's.
and he's already. By the way, the other thing is that guy's already spending the money. He signed Luis Severino to a 3-year deal. Like, they're going to start spending as they head into the new stadium in Vegas.
Yeah, he started spending. I think he's like 5th highest in spending this offseason.
Yeah. So the A's all of a sudden, because they got that deal in Vegas,
they're
they're
spending.
spending.
Sacramento for 3 years. That's unbelievable. Here's Jeremy. Jeremy, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey guys, great show. Just want to let you know, I'm sorry for Bergman, but I'm a Bears fan, longtime Bears fan. I really thought we were going to screw this up, but it's awesome to get a good start to the offseason, so hopefully everything works out.
Yeah, and I'm anxious to see Caleb with Ben Johnson.
Caleb with Ben Johnson's a good match, yeah.
Is a good marriage of talent. Don, you're on Sports Graffiti. Don, go.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, Don.
Listen, the Dodgers have one need, and that's if they could just get somebody who knew what they were going to do the Blue Review. Just kidding, Greg.
You're right. That is the outstanding issue: is who's going to do the Blue Review. Bergman, are you doing it next year?
Yeah.
Oh, we got Bergman.
We have it.
So in lieu of somebody else, we're going to.
So we do still have a need.
We still have a need. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
but
Don.
anyway, no, the reason I called, did you guys see the calls in the Kansas City game? I mean, isn't that kind of an embarrassment? I mean, I'm not a Kansas City fan. I'm a football fan. I mean, to me, it was just disgusting. I mean, Aikman calling them out. I mean, it was just so obvious, and it just gets tired. I think they need an embellishment penalty for the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's not a bad idea, Don. And I'll say this. Travis and DeMarco went to a place where I wouldn't go personally. Because I just never, ever want to root for anybody to get hurt.
Oh, yeah.
But here was their argument, and they're not wrong. This is what happens when referees don't do their job. If they're not going to call that stuff, or if they're going to call roughing plays on plays that aren't roughing, then what teams are going to do is take matters into their own hands, and they're going to hit Mahomes for real.
Right.
And, again, I wouldn't advocate it. I don't want to see him get hurt. I love watching him play. But Travis is right. If the refs don't take care of business, what's going to happen in these defensive coordinator meetings? So they're going to say, look, if you get anywhere near Mahomes, they're going to call you for roughing, so why not hit him anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
And so I've heard this a million times from NBA coaches. They'll yell at a ref, hey, you take care of this or we will.
Right.
Which is code for manage the game or we'll take matters into our own hands. And that's what's going to happen with Mahomes if they keep letting him get away with this stuff. They got to do a better job of that. Here's Big Baby.
Hey, Big Baby.
Big Baby, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
What's going on, man? Hey, Steve Mason, John Ireland, man. Keep up the great work. So this question is for both of you. If Matthew Stafford does retire, would you guys want to go pick up Russell Wilson?
Okay.
Wilson.
Answer the second part of the question first. No. And number 2, I think Matthew Stafford indicated, I think he said last night, I still have some football in me. I don't think he is going to retire.
All right, let me be really clear about how I word this. I think Matthew Stafford should and will come back. If he doesn't, I'm telling you, I know people won't go crazy about this idea, but keep your eye on Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, they got to bring
McVay was his quarterback coach when they were with Washington. He put up huge numbers. He's already been paid by Atlanta, so you can get him cheap. I think that would be a plan B if Stafford leaves. But let me say it again.
I don't want plan B.
I don't think you're going to get it. I think I think there's mutual interest for him to come back. I think he would want to come back. And I think the Rams would like him back.
So if Stafford doesn't come back, Mace, would you rather have Cousins or Darnold for 2 years?
Give me another option besides this.
Well, what if that?
Those are probably your options.
What's behind door number 3?
No.
Draft a quarterback, Jalen Milroe.
I think there's a clear choice there.
Yeah, I mean,
I would take Darnold.
Yeah,
Cousins is 6-7 years older than Sam.
Yeah, and Cousins is 1-4 career in the playoffs,
and coming off of a torn Achilles.
Yeah,
Sam's coming off of his best season as a pro. I mean, I know it's not perfect.
Yeah,
but I'd rather do that.
Sam Darnold is going to get you into the playoffs, but that's it.
Well, I mean, I think if the objective is, and maybe this is it next year.
But people say that about Lamar Jackson.
Well, yeah, that last night's game, that was the worst possible spot for both of those.
Not his fault. Not
Doesn't matter.
Lamar's fault.
Whoever lost that game was going to be talked about as the guy that wasn't able to get it done in the playoffs.
You're right.
I agree with you, but that's kind of simple.
That's
kind of simple thinking. You have to think a little bit. It was not on Lamar. Mark Andrews dropped that friggin' football.
So in the third quarter, when they started to come back, it was out of Lamar's hands. They handed off the ball the entire time in the third quarter and got back into the game.
I would argue the biggest reason why the Ravens lost, even bigger than Mark Andrews dropping that pass.
Or the fumble.
Yeah.
Or his fumble.
Derrick Henry had 16 carries.
Right.
They did it last year against the Chiefs, remember?
What are you doing? Give him 30 carries. Run it down their throat. 16 carries isn't enough. They messed that up.
That's what they did last year against the Chiefs too. They went away from the run and they started to let Lamar pass, and they lost that game. And they didn't learn from it this year. They put the ball back in Lamar's hand. It didn't work.
But I don't think you can put that loss.
No.
I think he'll get all the blame.
He's the quarterback. The quarterback gets the blame. That's just how it is.
It's just not his fault.
So everybody, there's a lot of debate over what you should say after you lose, particularly when your season is over.
Right.
I thought Dan Campbell, the Lions coach, put on a master class on what to say after you lose, and we'll share it for you coming up.
Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Your Southern California Toyota dealers are dealing right now, and they realize that a lot of people have been displaced by these fires and that you need a reliable vehicle. If you're in that boat, go see your Southern California Toyota dealers. Right now, they have a selection of new vehicles, everything from the 25 Land Cruiser to the 25 GR Corolla or the limited 25th edition 2025 Highlander Hybrid. They're all there, and great deals are waiting for you right now. So a lot of people are price gouging, trying to take advantage of people. They won't do that to you at Toyota. All you got to do is see your Southern California Toyota dealers or visit Toyota.com. Toyota, we make it easy.
Today,
I still have a dream.
we celebrate
This nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King
We
Jr.
hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
ESPN LA 710.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
All right, I've got the chips and soda covered. What about you?
I'm bringing chicharrones and the MVP, guac. Northgate Gonzalez Market makes the best guacamole. It's made fresh every day with quality ingredients, so it's always delicious. And the best part, they make it exactly the way I want it. I get extra jalapenos for me and no jalapenos for the kids. We both win.
Score a touchdown every time with guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Markets. It makes every party a winner. The guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Market. It's the flavor that unites us. Northgate Gonzalez Market. Every visit has a story.
Plan your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Pechanga has world-class resort amenities, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, and golf, and 24/7 gaming excitement. The immense casino floor and 1,100 rooms and suites makes Pechanga one of the largest in the country. Skip the traffic, head for Pechanga Resort Casino off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations.
Rams fans, if you missed out on any of the action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Clinch your spot in the Rams house for 2025. Catch every home game next year, including marquee matchups against the Niners, Texans, Bucs, and Lions. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event presale access. To experience the energy at SoFi Stadium and all these benefits, visit therams.com/2025. therams.com/2025. Secure your season tickets and see you at the Rams house.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it is Mason and Ireland, a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. We recap Rams, Eagles, your entire divisional playoff weekend, Lakers, Dodgers, Kings, all of it right now on 710.
I was so sad after the Rams game. I didn't even realize I hit the sleeper pick until I opened it today. I'm like, oh.
That's a nice consolation.
I won
prize.
11 times my money. Hooray.
Oh, that's nice. It's a nice day.
It is. It's nice.
It's bittersweet, yeah?
It is bittersweet, yeah. So can we let's just all collectively make this as a statement. Let's get rid of those ads about mayhem. Do you know which ones I'm talking about?
The Allstate ones?
Oh, my God. Enough. You've got a leaf blower. You're annoying. It's not. It's no longer funny.
That's funny.
It's no longer funny. I like that actor.
Because there's actual mayhem going on.
I like that actor. He's very funny. He's a very funny guy. But I think that's totally played out. Sometimes, like Allstate, it's played out. The mayhem thing. End it.
You want to end Flo, too?
No, Flo, I think, is okay.
No, I'm with you, Laura.
I get rid of Flo. Juan gets his hair cut by the same lady who cuts Flo's hair.
Very exciting.
Yeah, so I have a special fondness in my heart for Flo. All right.
So it's when you lose, it's tough to put it into words.
Yep.
And coaches are required to go to the podium and talk after games. Dan Campbell's easy to like. He's a rah-rah guy. Everybody thought he was a joke when he came out and said, we're going to bite people in the kneecaps. And then he's come out and done everything he said he was going to do. On Saturday, their season ended Listen to Dan Campbell when he was asked in his post-game press conference what happened. Here's Campbell.
I totally hit the wrong piece of sound.
You did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Here it is.
It hurts. It's hard, when you lose. When you lose these games, man. It's like the players, what they put into it. A lot of people don't know, what they go through. You have to get up. Bodies beat you. Mentally stay locked in and do those things. So, long season. It's my fault.
It's my fault. By the way, without getting political on you, I hope a lot of people that are dealing with disaster management watch that clip.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's all people want. They want to know you care.
Right.
They want to know you have empathy.
Sure.
After watching that, if I'm one of the Lions players, I'm ready to run through a wall for that guy. McVay was devastated too. He was brought to tears after the Ram game. These guys are they're putting everything they possibly can into these games, and you don't always win them.
See, I think the difference between the Lions and the Rams is that the Lions were expected to be there. They were the number one seed. They were expected to be there. This was their shot. Home game, all that stuff. Rams on the road, started out 1-4, found their way to scrap back into it, finished really strong. Defense rounded into form under Chris Shula, and these young guys are going to be back next year. See, to me, the Rams window is wide open right now. Based on what they do in I hope they bring back Matthew Stafford, but the Rams window is open because of that defense. I saw Vince Wilfork say that might be the best defensive line in the league next year.
Yeah. By the way, how does Vegas know? How do they know? What was the final score of the Ram game? 28-22?
Yeah.
And the spread was 5.5. How do they know?
That is so weird.
By the way, I originally took the Rams, and then when Pepe took the Rams, I said, give me the Eagles because Pepe's such a loser.
Yeah.
It got me the win.
Yeah.
We blame Pepe for this one. I told him, take one for the team, Pepe.
Yeah, he refused. He'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, Pepe.
Yeah.
We'll have the results of the picks tomorrow because we included the Monday night the Monday Night Football game is the college football playoff national
What are our
championship.
picks for that, for the college football game?
We have a diverse bunch of it. You have Ohio State. I'm sorry, you have Ohio State. Let me take that back. You have Notre Dame.
I do, because I'm getting a lot of points.
I have Ohio State, 9.5. Michael has Ohio State. Pepe has Ohio State. Brian has Ohio State. Laura is. So you and Laura are on Notre Dame.
Laura, Pepe has Ohio State. I'm feeling good about it.
I'm feeling good, too.
So a lot of Trojan fans have hit me up because I've said multiple times that I'm rooting for Notre Dame in this game. And as a Trojan fan, you hate Notre Dame and all that stuff. Because my grandpap was a Notre Dame fan, and because I was at his funeral, and because at his viewing he was actually wearing a Notre Dame sweatshirt because he loved the Irish so much, I'm with Notre Dame for sentimental reasons. I think it'd be amazing. The other thing is, I heard Paul Feinbaum say this today. It would be significant. It's not the most important thing, but it would be significant in part for Marcus Freeman to win the national championship because it would be a black man winning the college football national championship on Martin Luther King Day in the town that Martin Luther King was born.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it would
and
be cool.
I just want because Ohio State's a machine, and I'd love to see the machine go down. And they're double-digit favorite, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Just
almost double-digit, 9.5.
Little nugget in this game. So, Bergman, your friend Chip Kelly is
He's not a friend.
He is attending this game.
Yeah, that's reason enough to root for Notre Dame right there. The guy who put UCLA in the toilet is the offensive coordinator for Ohio State.
I will root for any team that has against any team that has Chip Kelly on.
Okay, so these are interesting numbers.
It's like USC.
And I think this tells the story of tonight's game. Because of Chip Kelly.
What would you do if Chip Kelly was playing against USC? Who would you root for?
Oh,
God, I would hope they both lose. Tie game. Tie game.
So Ohio State is the number
It's like
3
kissing your
passing
sister.
attack in the country. Notre Dame is number 1 in pass defense. Notre Dame has run for 44 touchdowns this year. Ohio State has allowed only 12.
So it's strength against strength.
It is strength against strength. And, can the Notre Dame defense slow down Ohio State's passing game? We will find out. Notre Dame run against the Ohio State defense. I hope it's a really good game. It's two heritage brands. I don't think you could have, if you would have drawn it up in a lab and said we're going to put Notre Dame and Ohio State in the national championship game, you'd have said, oh, yeah.
And remember,
two big brands.
Remember last time they played, which was at the beginning of last season, it came down to the last play.
Yeah.
And that's when Notre Dame only had 10 guys on the field.
Right.
And Ohio State ran it in, and they won on the last play of the game. They scored a touchdown. So hopefully we get that tonight. By the way, do you guys believe in tempting fate? Like if you say, hey, I'll see you at the NBA. Like if I say to you, I'll see you at the NBA Finals this year. And I mean it.
Yeah.
I think I'm tempting fate because I'm assuming the Lakers are going to be in the NBA Finals.
Right.
Clearly, that is not a lock.
See, I think it's different.
Why?
I think your belief and manifesting, if you say, see you in the finals, like I had released it, a hotel room at the New Orleans Hyatt Regency, which is very close to the Superdome.
Good planning.
But don't you think that's tempting fate?
Here's what I'm getting.
You jinxed it.
Here's what I'm getting at. Last game of the regular season was a Sunday night game.
Yes.
Vikings against the Lions to determine the NFC North.
Yep.
Dan Campbell walks up to Kevin O'Connell on the field and says, see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Meaning that the Lions would win their first-round game and the Vikings would win their first-round game, and now they're both out.
Well, they could be meeting at a bar somewhere.
See into it like they plan to get together.
Maybe their wives are friends
Campbell,
and they're
who
getting
I like,
together for dinner.
Yeah, probably. Although you are, you speak stuff into existence. That's what LeVar Ball taught us. You speak stuff into existence, right?
What about that guy that got the Super Bowl the Lions Super Bowl champion tattoo?
That was dumb.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's tempting.
He had already gotten the tattoo with this year's Super Bowl on it, right?
Yeah.
And he's got to live with that for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that is sad.
There's such thing as tattoo removal, or good tattoo artists can just recreate.
Oh, they'll turn it into like a butterfly or something like that. That's what when you have a tattoo you don't like, you just have the tattoo artist turn it into a butterfly.
Who was the actress that was with Quentin Richardson who had a picture of him tattooed on her back, and then they broke up and she turned it into a cat? I think it was Brandy. Remember Brandy Norville, the singer?
The singer, yeah.
Yeah, I think that happened to her.
Yeah. A lot of people. Bergman, do you ever have to turn one of your old tattoos into a butterfly?
Did you ever get a tattoo that included your first wife?
No, absolutely not. God, thank God.
You knew
we
better
thought
even
about
then?
We thought about doing
Like
something
initials?
that was together. No, none of.
Do you have any tattoos that reference Riley?
Yes, I have one on my leg.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you never included your ex?
No, absolutely not.
Good move.
I've got my big tattoo coming up. I got to figure out what it is. I got a
Juan
tattoo for my
across your
50th
chest.
birthday. I'm getting one. I am 62 days away from my 60th birthday.
All right.
So I've got to think about what that tattoo is going to be and where I'm going to put it.
Oh, yeah, when's your party's on the 23rd?
Party's on the 21st, Friday night, the 21st. It's open to everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone everywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have a pretty
Interesting.
good turnout when you turn it to everyone.
No.
Put your address out on the air then.
Yeah, no, I'm not. It's not open to everyone, but certainly to everybody at the station, it's open. And speaking of open, Wednesday, we are live at Ralph's in Redondo
we are.
Beach. We don't do that many live shows on the road.
Maybe 2 a year.
Yeah, this is a big one. Sasha Vujacic is going to be there. Robert Ory's going to be there. We are collecting. BBGO is going to be there. They're our co-sponsor.
Hey, Bergman, the BBGO truck.
I can't wait.
Can't
wait.
Dumplings for everybody.
I'm not exaggerating. The last time the BBGO truck was at you were off that day.
I was off that day.
Greg and I went. I think we didn't. You have first, seconds. I think we went 7 times.
Yeah,
to the
that's
BBGO
awesome.
truck.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
I didn't even have to eat dinner that night.
Nope.
You and I ate so much BBGO.
Nice and full.
So dumplings for everybody. And we are also collecting items for the LA Regional Food Bank. So this is relief efforts for victims. Think about stuff if people are out of their homes, non-perishable food items and toiletry items, toothbrushes and toothpaste and waterless shampoo, all this kind of stuff. And if you don't have anything, you can come to Ralph's in Redondo Beach and purchase something at the world's largest Ralph's in Redondo Beach. That is Wednesday, noon to 3, live, Mason and Ireland, at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. We will see you guys there. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Oh, Oh, I didn't know about that. Jacob Arani, of course, Jacob. So, listen, if you or a loved one has been impacted by the fires that have devastated L.A., my friend Jacob Arani has got an important message to share. So, as we're witnessing these fires that can change lives in an instant, if you've been injured or you're dealing with damage to your property, call Jacob. After suffering so much in the recent weeks, don't let the recovery phase be just as demoralizing. When you call Jacob, you got a partner on your side, pushing the insurance companies to not only get you the compensation that you deserve, but to get it to you quickly. He and his team send their thoughts and prayers with everybody that's been affected, either directly or through friends or loved ones. If you or a loved one has been injured or suffered property damage because of the fires, call Jacob for a free case review. 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Or easiest thing to remember, call jacob.com. Jacob and his team here to help. Together, everybody's going to help rebuild. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
After a long 5-game, 10-day road trip, the Kings finally return home to Crypto.com Arena, where they've been the best home team in the NHL this season.
Kopitar wins the draw back for Spence. He skates toward the middle, gives it to Fiala to the left, and back for Spence, top of the right circle. Back for Fiala, in deep for Kopitar, centering pass, score! Kippe, back post, slid it 5-hole through to Cord. Another power play goal for the Kings. Not sure they could have drawn that up any better.
It's a big one in downtown L.A. as Andrzej Kopitar and the Kings host Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Kings, Pens, tonight at 7:30 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Insurance claim. Those two words used to instantly manifest a pit in my stomach. In fact, I get flashbacks of being lowballed and made to feel like a criminal. And of course, just being ignored. No insurance company is in a rush to fairly compensate clients, even though they unabashedly take our money every year. All of that's behind me now, and I'm never going back thanks to Avner Gatt. Dealing with insurance companies is all they do. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional licensed public insurance adjusters in California, and many of these people used to work for insurance companies. The team at Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle your claim. You also have some Avner Gatt adjusters with experience in handling hazardous materials, where asbestos and lead testing was their profession. Some of them used to work at law firms handling bad faith claims. Trust me, they know how to deal with any insurance claim dispute. Avner Gatt covers all of Southern California with a real passion for helping people, which becomes all the more obvious when you realize Avner and his family are still the ones answering the phones. So whatever unfortunate occurrence led you to the insurance claim and subsequent abusive relationship, being lowballed, ignored, judged, know that Avner has your back. And if somehow I still haven't convinced you, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Call today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256 and online at avnergatt.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Right now, for a limited time only, get 2.49% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson. See your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end January 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon combo plate day. We haven't said that for a while around here. Coming up at 2 p.m., Sedano and Cap jump on this thing on this MLK Day. And then they'll go till 4:30. At 4:30, we bring you ESPN Radio's coverage of the college football playoff, the national championship. Ohio State, Notre Dame. That's at 4:30. Up ahead. Right now, the more of Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon on 710.
I'll read a tweet here, Ireland. We were talking about the Rams and how successful the season was.
Yeah.
He says, would Kobe say it was a successful season
No.
if the Lakers lost in the second round? Come on, man. The Rams didn't have a successful season. Stop with the moral victory. I look at it and say it's a matter of expectations. A lot of people thought this was a rebuilding year for the Rams. They started 1-4. They had a ton of injuries, including Puka and Cooper Kupp early in the year. No, I think they went further than anybody could have expected them to go. Do you want to go all the way? Yes, of course. But in the NFL, Super Bowls are not common. Getting there doesn't happen all the time. They've been there twice in 8 years. I view this as a successful season. And of course, Kobe would say, no, it's not. But it really depends on expectations, doesn't it? If you're expected to win and you flop, it's a disaster. If you go further than people think, it's viewed as a success.
I don't think the Rams should feel bad about anything. I think that they left it all out there. Hey, there's a bunch of NBA games today because it's Martin Luther King Day.
Right.
So there's one going on between Minnesota and Memphis.
Okay.
48 free throws after 3 quarters.
Oh, my God.
We got to stop. Nobody wants to watch 48 free throws, and you've still got a whole quarter to go.
J.J. Redick would say you're the problem.
The media is the problem?
The media is the problem.
No, it's not. The free throws are the problem.
Yes,
yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, don't change the amount of free throws. 5 free throws after in a quarter, and you go to the free throw line. Make it 10. Get rid of it.
Yeah. It's Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. We're reacting to Rams. Eagles yesterday. The whole NFL divisional playoff weekend. Lakers, Dodgers signed Tanner Scott. Kings, thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, only worth it if you enjoy it. And big week for the Lakers, 2 home games, one tomorrow night against the worst team in the league, and then one Thursday night against one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, remember we looked at the schedule and said, oh, wow, 8 home games or 8 games in L.A. The Lakers are really going to make some hay here. Well, 2 of them got canceled because of the fires, and they're 2-2 in the other ones, and they've lost 4 of their last 6. And after Thursday, when the Celtics come into town, we go on an 8-day, 5-game road trip. So they didn't take advantage of this schedule.
No, they did not
at all.
They did not.
And they've got to figure out their defense because Michael and I say it 3 or 4 times a game. Offensively, they can score whenever they want. You can go LeBron, AD, Austin. They're all good. It's the other end where they can't come up with stops when they need to. Last night, Ivica Zubac had 21 points and 19 rebounds. We traded Ivica Zubac for Mike Muscala.
That's what I thought. As I was watching Zubac last night, I was thinking, Mike Muscala is who we traded him for. And by the way, tell me,
I don't even know if Mike's still in the league.
Tell me if we have a big other than AD that happens. No, we need somebody. I don't care the plotter thing. They should just leave Jonas Valanciunas right here when they leave tomorrow night.
You're going to get a look at Jonas Valanciunas tomorrow.
And he may be a plotter, but Ivica Zubac is not going to do that.
Ivica Zubac is a plotter.
He is a plotter, exactly.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with a plotter? We got plotted last night.
This is how we usually are. But Ireland, what happened on Friday? Like what against the Nets? They won, but that the Nets lost by 60 2 nights before that.
Hey,
and then
59.
Sorry.
Than that. You're right.
And to allow D'Angelo Russell to have a shot to win the game at the end of the game, the Nets are awful.
And let me tell you something. When that shot was in the air,
I thought it was going in.
I thought it was good.
I
So
thought
did
it
Reeves.
was like a big FU. Here it comes.
I thought, okay, we're in big trouble now.
Yep.
And I asked Michael last night, I said, so do you write that off as you're mad because you only beat the Nets by 1 point, or is a win a win? And Michael goes, a win's a win.
Well, I agree with that. The other thing is, I think a lot of times after a gigantic blowout loss, teams fire back a little bit. I think had they not lost by 59 to the Clippers, it might not have been close Friday night.
I would hope that maybe you win by 15 then.
Sure. Oh,
Right.
listen,
10.
it's not a
Well,
surprise that these teams, that the Lakers are putting everybody in the game.
I'm going to put something out there. The Lakers have been so shaky defensively that they could lose tomorrow night to a team that's 6-35.
Well, that's raining cats and dog stuff.
And have
right
lost
there.
10 games in a row.
Yeah.
And now LeBron is going out there saying, taking little shots at Rob Pelinka.
I don't know if they're shots. He basically came out and said their roster isn't built for any margin of error. They got to play perfect.
They have to play perfect.
And I think he's kind of right.
He is. And
That's the way the lineup is constructed.
And by the way,
that is a shot at Pelinka.
Even if they play perfect, I don't know they can beat the best teams in the league.
Yeah, well, Thursday, Celtics are one of them.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll find out. All right, coming up next, we're going to do some Game of Games. It is Ireland's game today.
Yeah, Greg, normally I would tell you to go get someone else. Is anyone else here?
Sedano's here, but we have 4. So we can.
Okay. Oh, good.
Sure.
Oh, that's right. We have all our people today.
Yeah, we can get Sedano. You want Sedano?
Yeah, sure. Grab
Well,
Sedano.
it's up to you, but we're fine with 4.
And we'll do Game of Games, and then we've got Super Crosstalk with Sedano and Cap. It's a combo plate today because we're leading into the national championship game, Ohio State versus Notre Dame down in Atlanta. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, you've heard me talk about Terranea on the station a lot. Terranea is a luxury resort like no other. If you're looking to get away, you want to go on vacation, you don't want to pay the extreme price. Like Travis is going to Hawaii. Travis Ryder's going to Hawaii next month. Just to get to Hawaii costs thousands of dollars in plane tickets. Go to Terranea. It's like going to Hawaii without getting on a plane. You can do everything there. They got luxury accommodations. You can get a bungalow, a casita, a villa, a regular hotel room. They got 4 different restaurants, an award-winning golf course, 4 swimming pools. If you've never seen Terranea, you got to see it for yourself. Go to the website and check it out, terranea.com. Terranea. Terranea.com will give all the information of what will be an unforgettable getaway for you and your family. Check them out today, Terranea, Terranea.com.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
I want to thank them. Without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. Little help like you guys asked for. I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing.
and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
The #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com. Call Jacob. Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and we are joined by George Shadano.
Hey.
Shadano, what's up, man?
I'm good.
Good. It's Ireland's game.
Oh, okay.
You feeling lucky?
I feel better when it's Ireland's game because I always lose to Ireland.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
so,
That's right.
well, today, anybody can win. It is Martin Luther King Day. So I have a quiz about Martin Luther King.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 5 players: Brian, Laura, Greg, Mace, and George. When he was born, Martin Luther King's name was not Martin. His dad changed it when he was 5 to name him after Martin Luther, the German monk. What was MLK's first name when he was born? Was it A, Melvin, B, Maurice, or C, Michael? Brian, Melvin, Maurice, or Michael?
I'll take Melvin.
Okay, Laura.
Maurice.
Greg.
Maurice.
Mace.
I will try Melvin.
George.
I could go off the board here, right, and go Michael.
You
but
could.
I'm going to say Melvin.
Should have gone Michael.
Oh,
Nobody got it.
We
Yeah.
all missed that.
Yeah, you guys all missed it. Okay, number 2. King was famously arrested a lot for civil disobedience. Sometimes he did it intentionally. How many times was Martin Luther King arrested in his lifetime? A, 29, B, 39, C, 49. Laura, 29, 39, or 49?
39.
Greg.
29.
Mace.
49.
George.
49.
Brian.
29.
29 is the correct answer, and Brian and Greg are on the board.
29 times.
All right, Greg, this one coming to you.
Okay.
How old was Martin Luther King when he first entered college?
Oh.
A, 15, B, 16, C, 25. 15, 16, or 25?
This feels like 16.
All right, Mace.
Feels like 16.
George.
25.
Brian.
25.
Laura.
15.
15 is it.
Oh,
and Laura
wow.
Romo is
I
on the
knew it.
board. 15. That's a
years old.
smart guy.
That is a smart guy.
When you got in there. All right.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines that they wouldn't allow him into college.
Right, I see what you're
because
saying,
of
yeah.
the civil rights situation.
All right. Now, speaking of college, MLK went to a lot of different schools when he was young. Which one of these colleges did King not attend? All right, so he went to 2 of these. One of them he didn't. A, Morehouse College. B, Boston University. C, Grambling State University. Mace, Morehouse, BU, or Grambling?
I'm going to say Grambling.
Okay, George.
I'm going to say Grambling as well.
Brian.
Boston.
Laura.
Gremlin.
Greg.
Grambling.
Grambling is the correct answer. He started at
Morehouse
Morehouse.
is in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he went to BU to get a doctorate. So, all right, so the score is Laura and Greg 2, everyone else 1. All right, George, this one coming to you.
Okay.
MLK once said, quote, "He made my success possible. Without him, I would never have been able to do what I did." End quote. Who was he talking about? A, Malcolm X, B, Jackie Robinson, or C, Muhammad Ali? Malcolm X, Jackie Robinson, or Muhammad Ali?
I'm going to say Jackie Robinson.
All right, Brian.
Jackie Robinson.
Laura.
I will say Ali.
Okay, Greg.
Yeah, Ali.
Mace.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson is the correct answer, and that means, ladies and gentlemen,
we're
everybody
tied.
has 2.
Nice.
All 5 people have 2, and Brian, this one coming back to you. I didn't know this until I wrote this game, and I was surprised. MLK survived an assassination attempt 10 years before he was actually assassinated. What happened in the first assassination attempt, the one he survived? A, he was shot in the leg. B, he was stabbed in the chest. Or C, he was the victim of a car bomb but survived the blast. So shot, stabbed, or victim of a car bomb.
I'll go stabbed.
Okay, Laura.
I will go car bomb.
Greg.
Car bomb.
Mace.
I'm going to try car bomb.
George.
Me too.
Brian, you got it. He was stabbed with a letter opener, and a woman walked up to him. It was like that scene in the movie The Natural, where Barbara Hershey walked up to Robert Redford and goes, "Are you going to be the greatest player who ever lived?" And he said, "Yes." And she shot him. Martin Luther King was there. She goes, "Are you Martin Luther King?" And he said, "Yes, I am." And she got him with a letter opener, and they say if it would have been a half inch more to the left, he would have died, but he survived it. Okay, next one.
How many left?
1, 2, 3, 4, and a tiebreaker. Okay. How long from start to finish was Martin Luther King's famous "I Have a Dream" speech? A, 2 minutes, 32 seconds. B, 4 minutes, 32 seconds. C, 6 minutes, 32 seconds. Laura, 2, 4, or 6?
6.
Greg.
4.
Mace.
And I watched the whole thing today. I'm going to say 6.
George.
4.
Brian.
4.
It's 6. 6 minutes, 32 seconds, which means Brian 3, Laura 3, Mace 3, Greg and Sedano 2 each. This is very close.
Yeah, everybody's in it.
Okay. There are hundreds of schools, hospitals, and buildings named after MLK. But the main thing named after him in America are streets. How many streets in America are named after Martin Luther King?
A lot.
A, 645. B, 955. C, 1,525. So I'll go to one of the people that have the lead. Mace, 645, 955, or 1525?
I'm going to try the big one, 1525.
George.
1525.
Brian.
955.
Laura.
I also like 955 here.
Greg.
I'll go with Mason Sedano, 15.
It's 955, which means Brian and Laura have taken the lead.
Oh.
They each have 4. Mace has 3. Greg and Sedano 2 each.
This was my day.
And there's only 2 left. So you guys with 2, Greg and Sedano, you got to go opposite. Okay. Brian, this one coming to you as the leader. In 1967, MLK started a campaign that turned out to be the last campaign he ever led. What was the name of that campaign? A, Poor People's Campaign. B, Freedom Rides Campaign. Or C, Counterculture Campaign. Poor People's, Freedom Rides, or Counterculture?
I'll go A, Poor People's.
Okay, Laura.
I'm also going A. Poor people.
Mace.
Freedom Rides.
Greg.
Have to go opposite of him, right? No,
Yeah.
I don't have to. Freedom Rides.
You have to go opposite
Of these two.
Of them two.
Yeah.
Okay, George.
Freedom Rides.
The answer is Poor People's
Wow.
Campaign,
Really?
which means we only have 2 people alive. It's
I'm gonna
Brian
go get some more coffee.
and it's Laura. All right. Laura, this one coming to you.
All right, sir.
MLK was great at one particular game. Which game was it? A, billiards, B, ping pong, C, bowling. Billiards, ping pong, or bowling, Laura?
I'll go billiards.
Brian.
I will take ping pong.
We have a winner.
Okay.
And that winner is Laura Romo. He was a
Hey,
pool
nice
shark.
job, Laura.
A pool shark.
Wow.
That's right. Laura is the winner. We'll do the tiebreaker just
Okay.
for fun.
Sure.
The NBA has 30 teams. How many teams are in action today as part of NBA's MLK Day schedule of the 30? Brian, how many do you think?
20.
Greg.
Let's go 10.
Laura.
12.
Mace.
15. That doesn't even make sense.
15 is not possible.
16?
But
15.
it's the winner.
Is it the winner?
Yeah, it's 16.
They can't play themselves.
I knew it. I knew there was one team out there.
You know what? That's very swaggy.
Yeah.
He gave an answer that could not be factually correct and still
won.
Brilliant.
That's so Mace.
That requires a certain level of
All right,
brilliance. So Laura gets the win?
Yeah, Laura gets the win. I was worried that you guys were going to double up on that how many teams thing, so I wrote a second tiebreaker.
Okay.
What year was MLK born? Brian, what do you think?
35.
Okay. Laura?
I really don't know. 28.
Greg?
47.
Mace?
It's right in there. I'll go 48.
Laura, for not knowing,
you know.
You almost got it on the number.
Oh, really?
He was born in 1929. And you
wow.
said 28.
I was thinking of him being so young when he did
Right.
Yeah, you guys know how old he was when he died?
No.
38.
38.
He was only
38.
38.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Boy, he did a lot in 38 years.
He sure
though.
did.
Good for him.
Made the absolute most of it and changed the world. All right, we're going to do some super crosstalk next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Kings' 5-game win streak is over, but they're back in action again tonight against Pacific Division rival Edmonton, with 2 massive points on the line. Quinton Byfield scored twice when the teams last met 2 weeks ago, and capped off the game with the overtime winner.
To Kempe, into the zone, to Deneau, and to Byfield. Byfield down to the left circle, shoots, score! Quinton Byfield from the left wing. Kings win it in overtime, 4-3.
Kings, Oilers, tonight at 6:30, right here on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA Kings Radio Network.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to do the repairs yourself or worry about whether or not buyers can qualify for new high interest rate loans? You need to call Seller's Advantage. Thousands of satisfied customers have already done this. They're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. Seller's Advantage will buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days. Not weeks, not months, days. No repairs are needed because they buy the home as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's no wonder why thousands of sellers have chosen Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is the fastest and the most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell now, call Seller's Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
This is the Rams Report. Here's Travis Rogers.
The 2024 season for the Los Angeles Rams comes to an end in the divisional round of the NFC playoffs after a 28-22 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in the snow. The Rams put up an amazing fight, had a chance to win the game at the end. Down 6, they get the ball back with about 2 minutes to go, and Matthew Stafford at quarterback unable to get that final touchdown, in large part because they fell behind again to Saquon Barkley and the Eagle rushing attack. Saquon Barkley, who had 255 yards against the Rams in Week 12, put another 205 on them, including a pair of touchdowns, a 78-yarder and a 62-yarder as well. Matthew Stafford, of course, the big question, will he be back in 2025? If not, the final game in a Rams uniform for him, 26 of 44, 324 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. Rams lose in Philly 28-22. With today's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
That's today's Rams Report on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
it. There you go. Hey, real quick, I want to mention Game of Games brought to you by Jacob and Ronnie. When you need a big win, including if you're a victim of the fires, you want Jacob on your side. Remember, go to calljacob.com. That's calljacob.com. Cappy, what's going on?
You sent me a text earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Are you wanting to go out on a Laker date with me this week?
Laker date.
Oh,
Yep.
look at that.
Lakers
For the
date.
Celtics game?
I'm actually going to both games this week.
So am I.
Yeah.
Cappy, are you? Oh, you're going to both, Cappy.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah,
Why
Tuesday
are you
and
both
Thursday.
going to the Wizards game?
Well, for me, it's the Rams season is over, so it's time to dig into Lakers for the rest of the year. So
Cap, why the Wizards?
Mostly because I am entertaining potential partners.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's good.
Well, he's going to be at his home away from home, the East Central.
That's right. But wait a second, Mace. If
Yep.
you're going to go to the Lakers on Tuesday and the Lakers on Thursday, and I am as well,
Yep.
I'll see your two Laker games,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll raise you a Kings game Wednesday night.
You're doing all three.
Kings, Florida Panthers, Wednesday night.
That's a good game.
3 nights in a row.
3 for 3.
Wait, when is so the Lakers? Oh, because Lakers Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Right.
Thursday.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Lakers Tuesday, Thursday, Kings.
So
Wednesday.
Lakers, Kings,
Yeah,
Lakers.
the defending Stanley Cup
under
champions are in town.
definite I can't make a commitment yet, but under definite
I would
consideration.
totally go if I wasn't in Dallas for a game.
It'd be fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't been to a Kings game yet this year.
Yeah.
So you're doing all three, huh?
I got 3 straight days. I got Lakers, I got Kings, and I got Lakers.
Nice. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I don't have any potential partners. I'm sure somebody will be a potential partner for me there. Well, Cappy, do you have any extra potential
Why don't
partners?
we
Do you have
work together?
Some lone potential partner that I might hook onto?
I would happily do that. As a matter of fact, I was working with our marketing consultants today. As a matter of fact, on several partners, some new, some old.
Very
some,
nice.
Yes, some coming in for visits, some coming in for commercial reads. I mean, we got a lot of business going on right now.
we love our
Mace.
partners. We
Yeah,
love
well,
all of our partners.
The Panthers have 57 points, which is near the top of the league, and the Kings have 56.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, Kings have 55.
Yeah.
It's the 7-10 glow, as I like to call it.
There it is.
Good things happen when you come to 7-10.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So,
Come on, Mace. Make a commitment, Mace. 3 straight nights.
Mace, that's the game to go to. It's the Stanley Cup champions coming to town.
Yeah, I'm leaning yes, but let me give you an answer tomorrow. Officially.
I understand how this goes, by the way.
By the way, one of the things I'm thinking about doing, and I think this
Don't
works.
go to the Wizards game.
No, here's what I was going to do. The Brutalist is playing over at the Regal. It's 3.5 hours long. I think it's just enough to take me from after our show to the start of the game.
Yeah.
So
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to kill 3.5 hours in that movie.
Give me the elevator pitch for the Brutalist. What's
Something
it
to
about?
something to do with the Holocaust. A guy who survives the Holocaust and becomes an architect. That's
Okay.
really all I know. Adrian Brody is supposed to be really
You
good.
know what movie I want to see? Someone recommended to me, but it's like it's not like it's not wide released. Is September 5th?
It's excellent. It's an excellent movie.
What's that about?
September 5th is about the
Munich.
day the Israeli hostages were
Yeah.
taken in Munich at the 72
Oh,
Olympics,
wow.
and the way ABC covered that.
Right. It's a media like it's a movie about how the media handles
How the
it.
media, because ABC News wanted to take over. Like
Right.
Peter Jennings was like, "No, this is our news," and it was
Jim McKay.
Jim McKay was
So,
running and
I read
Howard Cosell.
Last summer, I read Dick Ebersol's memoir, and he was in charge of ABC Sports and in Munich in the control room, and he writes a whole chapter on that, and it is fascinating. So
that sounds good.
I'm all over that September. Well, Cappy, you'd like that book because Ebersol's had a really interesting career. He was the head of ABC Sports with Roone Arledge, and was the producer for Monday Night Football and for all the Olympics. Then he took over entertainment at NBC and started SNL with Lorne Michaels.
Yeah.
Then he went over and came back and started NBC Sports and started Sunday Night Football. So and this is all in the book.
Yeah, and Mace, you would love. I mean, I would really like to read that book because one of the great stories that our boy Jim Lampley tells is being at the 1980 Olympics, and before the U.S. team wins Olympic gold, he gets a call from Ebersol saying, and I hope I'm getting the whole story right, but hey, something special is going on. You need to get over there. Now, keep in mind, in 1980, we were not seeing the U.S. Russia game.
No, I was.
It happened in the afternoon.
I was actually in a high school basketball game when it happened. I was playing in a high school basketball game when it all went down.
Whoa, hold on.
Did you
Stop.
What?
The basketball game?
No, I was on the bench.
Okay, I was going to say hard stop.
Yeah, Mommy
I
high
didn't know you
school.
played high school basketball.
I did. I
Team didn't win?
I was at the end of the bench.
But did the team win?
The team did not win.
Oh.
Yeah, we did not win that day.
Had the Mace plant
Well, if you
happened
were on the
years
team,
ago?
There
I don't
was
think
no
you
Mace
had
plant.
many wins that year.
No, there. Well, I mean, I was hanging around the end. We had a couple of, Casey Reason was really good, and you know Casey's game, right?
I do not.
Yeah, no, big body, played down low. No, I was at the end of the bench, but I do remember that day as in 1980.
Yeah, but so I guess Ebersol gets on the phone with Lampley and goes, "You better get down there because something crazy's going on. You better hurry up." And then Lampley, who had been doing all that work around the U.S. hockey team, that's how he got into Jim Craig that night, because Jim Craig, the goalkeeper, had gone out to dinner. He and Michael Ruzioni and I guess his family, and then they go live to Jim, where Jim is now interviewing these guys long after the game had happened, but it was just after the game had been played on television in the United States. John, I got to read that book. That's fascinating.
Yeah, and the other thing I would tell you to do is go watch and I'm assuming you guys have all seen Miracle, the movie, right?
Yeah.
Well, which is a great movie, but it's done by Disney, so they cleaned it up. So I interviewed Ruzioni once, and I was wondering, man, after you beat the Russians, you still had to play the gold medal game. And people forget, I think they played Finland.
Finland, right.
And they fell behind 2-0. And Herb Brooks walks into the locker room, and I thought, well, he's going to have to come up with like the motivational speech of his life. And Ruzioni goes, I remember it word for word. I can tell you in 10 seconds. And I go, really? He goes, yeah. He walks into the locker room and he says, he looks at everybody, doesn't say anything for a few seconds. He goes, if you guys lose this game, you will take it to your effing grave. And he turns around to walk out, and then he turns and looks at him again and goes, your effing grave, and turns around and walks out. And Ruzioni was a captain. He pops up, he goes, okay, let's go. And they go back out there and win.
So that movie, September 6th, I'd not heard of that. Is that something
September
that's
5th.
September 5th.
Yeah.
Is that new? Is it
It's
out?
a brand new movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stars Peter Sarsgaard.
Yeah,
John Magaro.
Right.
Really good cast.
Yeah, it's in it's not widespread release though. So
Yeah,
you have to
it's not-
find theaters that
Yeah,
have
it's not a wide release, but it's really, really good. So
Is this
obviously,
game tonight close or not close?
Okay,
Notre
so
Dame, Ohio
the
State.
first quarter will tell us everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State has scored 42 points in the first quarter in their 2 CFP games.
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame hasn't given up a point in the first quarter
There you
in
go.
6 games.
Yep.
So we're going to know right away if this game is going to be competitive.
So you guys are going till 4:30. Do they kick right after
Shortly
that,
thereafter.
Yeah.
or is it like the kicks at 5?
No, the kick's at 45, I think.
Okay.
See, I think it's an interesting. I was looking at it today. So Notre Dame #1 against the pass. Ohio State 3rd in passing.
Right.
Notre Dame
missing
has,
2 offensive linemen, though, which could hurt.
Notre Dame has scored 44 touchdowns on the ground. Ohio State has only allowed 12 all season long.
So the interesting thing is this. Riley Leonard, the quarterback for Notre Dame, is not like this great passer of the football. Like
Kind
he's
of a scrambler guy.
He's solid, but he's a scrambler. So what I said today when we were doing Around the Horn was, like, they asked, like, how does Notre Dame win this game? I said, actually, they take a page out of Ohio State's book in 2003 when they beat Miami. Craig Krenzel was Riley Leonard. He was a running quarterback who threw the ball a little bit, and they had Maurice Claret and a great defense.
Yeah.
And that's what Notre Dame has to do to Ohio State to have a chance to win. They need some luck, some turnover luck. They're not the better team.
No, they're not the better
Ohio
team.
State.
They have the highest paid team in college
And everybody's
football.
a 5-star.
What's the number on that?
It's like over 20 million.
is what we
Yeah,
know.
over
Over
20.
20 million.
Not that Notre Dame is doing poorly on NIL.
No,
by the
they're
way.
okay in NIL.
Yeah,
but they're in the top 10.
They have 1 5-star compared to Ohio State, which almost everybody's a 5-star.
Somebody, Paul Feinbaum said this morning, I didn't even put this together. If Notre Dame wins tonight, it will be a Marcus Freeman, a black man, winning the national
first time?
championship on Martin Luther King Day
Wow.
in Martin Luther King's hometown.
Right.
Wow,
of Atlanta.
that'd be amazing. By the way, I don't know about you guys, and George, no problem here making this prediction early. I know we'll talk about it later on. I'm taking Notre Dame tonight.
Good.
Anybody else?
I picked that on TV, but it was mostly for a goof.
I'm rooting for him, but I think Ohio State's going to win and cover.
Okay, Johnny?
I want
You're on Notre Dame.
I want Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I picked him to try and pick up some points. I'm not confident in my pick.
Agreed. I want Notre Dame to win.
I can see 30-10 Ohio State.
Easily, yes.
In my lifetime, I've never uttered the words, I want Notre Dame to win.
Me neither.
When Notre Dame played Penn State, I wanted them both to lose. Okay? But I, for some reason, think that Notre Dame having lost the game to Northern Illinois earlier in the season, most teams, when that sort of thing happens, when you're a big star and they're a little nobody and you lose that game, that usually destroys your season.
Yeah.
You know, most teams don't recover from that kind of stuff. These guys did.
All right, so I'm looking up at I'm watching CBS News, and they're in Capital One Arena, which is where the Wizards play.
Right.
So are they holding an inaugural event
No,
there?
So what happened is earlier today, the inauguration all happened, presumably like the White House, the Capitol building.
In the Capitol.
Right. They did it inside because it was so cold.
Right, and then as the day has gone on, this is the next, because they did some sort of a lunch deal that I saw them all at, and now this is like the big concert.
Oh, okay.
This
because
is
I
where
can tell you, as someone who has been there once a year for the past 25 years, this is the most meaningful thing ever to happen at the Capital One Arena, other than when the hockey team was good.
Right, and won the
Because
championship.
the Wizards, who are coming here tomorrow, are indescribably bad.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 6-35. They're 1-17 on the road, which is why the Lakers have to win tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
If they lose, the sky will fall.
By the way, what did you
Cats and
make of
dogs.
Intuit Dome? Was that your first time in the building?
Yes, it was. I liked it. Have you worked a game from press row, though?
Not up there, no.
Very bad.
Yeah, I've heard that the sight lines aren't great.
Yeah, very bad
from
up
up there.
top. So,
But as a fan,
as a fan, I would think that if I would
The
have been
building's
there
nice.
as a
The building's
fan,
beautiful,
that I
yeah.
would have been very happy.
yeah, the scoreboard's ridiculous.
Oh, it's
like
insane.
like he said, for example, he built a whole bunch of toilets, which I thought was great. Just to get to a toilet, I had to walk for probably 5 minutes.
Really? Because they're like
From your
toilets.
position.
Yeah.
You can stumble over a toilet. There's so many toilets.
If you're
By
in
the
the
way,
regular seat. So they just, and this happens a lot in arenas. George, they did this in Sacramento too. When they built it, they forgot about that they had to have announcers.
Yeah, for radio,
And then-
particularly, yes.
Well, but
And for TV,
but
they're
Billy
both up.
Mack and Stu
Yeah,
are right
they're-
next to me.
yeah.
Here's another. This is a little inside baseball. But here's another weird thing, and this is how I know they forgot. This was press row, very, very jammed in. Billy, Stu, Mike Dooley, our engineer, me, Michael, then the Clipper radio guys, then the Clipper TV guys. So we were all bleeding
In
into
one
each
row?
other. All in one row,
Oh,
all
wow.
right next to each other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there
Which
needs to be a
is-
little space.
Yeah, which you need.
Which I think you guys do well.
Because announcers are loud, all
Yeah,
of us
right,
are.
yeah, for
So,
sure.
so they maybe they'll improve it. But overall, I think cosmetically it looks great.
right. I think